Get ready to discover the most devastating hurricanes in history. Imagine a force of nature capable of changing everything in seconds. Stay until the end to learn about the hurricane that redefined the concept of destruction. A hurricane is an intense tropical storm that forms over warm waters, with winds reaching speeds of over 119 kilometers per hour. Welcome to the channel. I didn't know. Get ready to discover the most devastating hurricanes in history. Imagine a force of nature capable of changing everything in seconds. Stay until the end to learn about the hurricane that redefined the concept of destruction. And even more surprising, these hurricanes reached unimaginable speeds, surpassing 300 kilometers per hour. But what makes these phenomena so powerful? What sets them apart from the others? Today, we are going to discover the 5 largest hurricanes in history. Now let's talk about the hurricane that made history. Katrina in August 2005. It struck the U.S. coast as one of the most devastating hurricanes ever recorded. Katrina began as a tropical storm but quickly intensified and reached Category 5, with winds of up to 280 kilometers per hour. The most impactful moment was its passage through New Orleans, a vulnerable city below sea level. The hurricane's force caused levees to break, leading to catastrophic flooding, submerging 80% of the city. But the impact of Katrina went beyond physical destruction. It brought to light social and political issues, especially regarding the slow response from authorities. Thousands of people were left without help for days, trapped in shelters or stranded in their homes. The images of the tragedy shocked the world, revealing the chaos in the streets of New Orleans. Now let's talk about one of the most devastating hurricanes in recent years, Hurricane Dorian, which made history in 2019 as one of the most powerful ever recorded. Dorian began as a tropical storm but quickly intensified, reaching Category 5, the highest level on the Saffir-Simpson scale, with winds of up to 295 kilometers per hour. Dorian reached the Bahamas and caused unprecedented destruction. Imagine a hurricane so powerful that it practically stalled over the islands, moving at an incredibly slow speed of just 1 kilometer per hour at certain moments. This rare behavior caused torrential rains and violent winds to last over 24 hours, turning entire cities into rubble. The material damages were estimated at over $3.4 billion, and hundreds of lives were lost. The impact was so great that the name Dorian was retired from the hurricane list, meaning it will never be used to name another. This demonstrates the level of destruction and the legacy that this hurricane left behind. But what truly shocked the world was how much Dorian changed the local environment. Houses, schools, hospitals, nothing was left standing. And the Bahamas, one of the most well-known tourist destinations on the planet, is still struggling to fully recover from this disaster. In 2017, Hurricane Irma made history as one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic. Classified as a Category 5, Irma reached wind speeds of up to 295 kilometers per hour, devastating several Caribbean islands. The hurricane caused catastrophic damage in places like Barbuda, St. Martin, and the Virgin Islands before heading toward Florida. But what truly shocked the world was the duration of its maximum strength. Irma maintained Category 5 winds for 37 consecutive hours, something rarely seen in hurricanes. Furthermore, the impacts of Irma were not just material. It is estimated that more than 100 people lost their lives directly or indirectly due to the storm after it hit the Caribbean. Irma continued to the south of Florida, where cities like Miami and Tampa experienced flooding and widespread power outages. The total cost of the damages was estimated at around $77 billion, making Irma one of the most expensive natural disasters in U.S. history. Even years later, the legacy of Irma remains alive in the memories of those who survived its passage. This hurricane served as a painful reminder of the brutal power of nature and the need for constant preparedness in vulnerable regions. Hurricane Wilma entered history as the most intense hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic in terms of atmospheric pressure. It formed in October 2005 and reached its peak with a minimum pressure of 882 millibars, something never seen before. Its winds reached an incredible 295 kilometers per hour, devastating parts of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico and severely impacting Cuba and Florida. Wilma stood out not only for its strength, but also for the speed with which it intensified. In the span of 24 hours, it went from an ordinary tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane. This caught many areas unprepared, increasing the impact of the destruction. Upon reaching the coast, especially Cancun, Wilma caused significant flooding, destroying hotels, restaurants, and entire neighborhoods. As it continued toward Florida, it brought torrential rains and extremely strong winds, causing widespread damage in coastal cities. Hurricane Wilma was also responsible for the deaths of 87 people and caused losses exceeding $29 billion, a true monster of nature that left deep scars in the affected regions. Now let's talk about the last hurricane on our list, and get ready because it is considered the strongest ever recorded in history. Hurricane Patricia in October 2015. Patricia formed over the Pacific Ocean, and in less than 24 hours reached incredible wind speeds of 345 kilometers per hour, making it a Category 5 hurricane, the highest possible. Just to give you an idea, these winds are so powerful that they could lift cars and even uproot trees. Patricia intensified extremely quickly, surprising meteorologists worldwide when it reached the west coast of Mexico. Everyone feared the worst, but fortunately, the hurricane lost some of its strength before making landfall. Although it still caused significant damage in the affected areas, the impact was devastating. Landslides, flooding, destruction of homes and crops. Thousands of people had to evacuate their homes for safety. What makes Hurricane Patricia so unique is not only its overwhelming strength, but also its rapid formation and dissipation. In less than 2 days, it went from a tropical storm to the most powerful hurricane in history, and then quickly weakened upon landfall, despite its magnitude. Thanks to quick preparation and evacuation, the death toll was very low compared to what could have happened. Patricia is an impressive example of nature's fury, but also of the importance of being prepared for natural disasters. This hurricane has certainly gone down in history as the most intense ever recorded, reminding us of how fragile life can be in the face of such powerful phenomena. And so we conclude our list of the most powerful hurricanes in history. These phenomena are incredible reminders of the immense power of nature and our vulnerability in the face of them. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, which of these hurricanes impressed you the most?